Go.
Great.
Welcome, everybody. Yeah, we've got a new face here. Let's put him on the no. Let's not put him on the spot. Let's start
Okay.
off. Let's start off. He's gonna go last. Let's start off with the ladies. Minnie May, how's your week been?
Long, stressful. Schools have officially been closed until the end of the year, so we had to go into the school and we had to pack up all the kids' desks and put them out in the passageway. And it was really weird looking down the passageway and all you see are these like clear bags where normally your students would be. And it was like really sad because like at the end of the semester when we said bye to them, we thought we were going to see them in a week. And there's a lot of them you're never going to see again because they're going to new schools, and it's like really emotional. I was really upset, but I get to talk to them and get a phone call them and chat with them and still teach them online. But it's hard, because some students you can't get hold of because the parents just don't want to deal with the online thing. So it's been a long week.
Wait. Schools closed until the end of the year.
Yeah, schools are done.
Yep. That's crazy.
So these kids are going to go 5 months without an education.
That's scary.
Holy
I mean, rather that than like the rest of their lives without a life.
Yeah.
No, it's fair.
But it does suck for sure.
Yeah.
It does, especially because in America, they don't believe in holding kids back. They think there's a bad stigma to it in America. I don't know why. So there's a lot of students we already have where they struggle, like they're still reading at a kindergarten level. I'm a first grade teacher. And we finally get them to a benchmark level after a year of working, constantly reading with them. And after 5 months, they're going to go into second grade where no teacher's going to read for them anymore.
That's really unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow. And being an ex-teacher, I know the feels of saying goodbye to your kids and, not knowing that at least one grade you're not going to see the next year, at least. So, wow.
I didn't know you were an ex-teacher.
I used to teach kids in South Korea. That's how I know.
That's how it is.
Yes. Okay. It's coming back to me.
That's how she knows my real name.
I realize this now.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wow. What a shocker. Wow. Luna, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Mm.
Yeah, I have nothing new to say. I've just been in the house. That's all. Gardening.
Living the
That's
life.
Yeah.
And second class.
I'm doing great. I've pretty much been under, self-quarantine for about 18 months now. So for me, not a whole lot has really changed. I'm going to be finishing up Resident Evil 3 on the stream tonight. And then later this week, Thursday, we're going to be starting the Matrix-themed PC case mod. So if anybody wants to check that out or check the VODs afterwards, we'll be doing that Thursday and probably Friday. It's more than likely going to take me 2 days to get that job done.
Just throw your video, your link in the chat there. And
Of course.
then Nicholas.
Hi.
The new
Hi,
face.
everybody.
The FNG.
Yay. What does that stand for?
It's a military
Effing
term.
new guy.
Effing new guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. It's nice to be here. It's lovely to be a part of the experience. I've been excited for a while. I'm Nicholas Vanjay, and I'm a long-time tabletop role-playing person, but I normally do D&D. As for how my week has been going, it's been going really great. I've just been counting down the days till I can be on here with you guys. And quarantine is an interesting experience, but not one with which I'm unfamiliar as I'm normally quite housebound. So I'm okay.
So tell us, for the people who don't know who you are, what do you usually stream when you stream? Tell us a little bit.
So I stream from 4 p.m. GMT +2 every weekday, and then occasionally on weekends. But like it's kind of like I leave it up to whether I feel like doing it on the weekends as well as the week. And I'm a variety streamer, so I stream everything from I love horror games. So obviously Resident Evil 3 is also something that I'm doing. I really enjoy it. Yeah, it's so great.
Have you tried Resident Evil Resistance yet?
I have, but I find it really buggy because there's such a ping differential living in South Africa, and the connectivity is really bad. But other than that, I find it thoroughly enjoyable. Yeah, and I play things MMOs like Final Fantasy 14. I play Rainbow Six Siege. I play Call of Duty. I kind of play a little bit of everything. So it's more about like community than a specific game.
Don't talk to me about Final Fantasy Roman numerals online.
Okay. I can't read Roman numerals either. I feel so stupid.
Yeah, I've been like looking at that game like for the last 6 months. I'm like, no, Zaffa.
The MMO one.
The MMO one, yeah.
Oh, you have to.
And I'm like, Zaffa, no, you're a fan of Final Fantasy. Don't go down that rabbit hole. Don't go down. I'm like, and then every now and again I see a video of it. I'm like, oh no.
I will convert you. I promise.
So, true story. I swear. I had somebody one time ask me what I thought of Final Fantasy Skiv.
What is that?
Skiv.
And it took me forever to realize they were pronouncing they were phonetizing the Roman numerals.
Oh, that's so what would that be?
So it's
14.
IV, so 14. Yeah.
IV. Oh, IV. Oh my! I thought you said Skiv.
Civ, XIV.
Oh,
XIV.
So 14.
Oh.
Yeah. What do you think of Final Fantasy Skiv? I'm like, what?
I think you should.
There's a new Final
pronounce it
Fantasy
properly.
out.
Also, phonographically, X is.
Oh my god, that's a lot to deal with.
Wow. Teacher coming in right there from anime.
I just phonograms, kids. I can do this all day.
Oh wow. Wow. Yeah, welcome to this episode. Just a quick bit of a let me silence my phone too. Just a quick bit of housekeeping rules, or housekeeping, whatever the hell you want to call it. This is a game about monsters and monstrous things. The people portraying these monsters, their actions does not necessarily reflect on them as people.
Except mine.
Except yours. If you feel uncomfortable at any time, please feel free to tune out. We won't hold it against you. So far, it's been reasonably... The themes that's been covered hasn't been too hectic.
But it's a brand new season.
But it's a brand new season. I've been trying to keep it available for everybody to watch, at least. I've been trying to. And as Jason Carl says, let's start a vampire story. The camera opens up into a phone receiver being picked up. And a bit of silence. And you hear a voice on the other side. Hello? A little bit of quiet. And you hear, hey, Nick. It's your boy Lucian here. You've been sitting down quite nicely over there? Yeah, I've been sitting quite nicely. Nice. You remember our deal, right? The other voice is like, yeah, I remember our deal. Okay, just keep in mind, you've got 2 weeks to sort this shit out. The other voice is like, okay, cool, yeah, sure. And the phone gets put down on the receiver. And the camera fades out. We find a car driving down a road. And it reaches a point where it says Bloemfontein 60. It stops. And the camera zooms in on the car. And there are 5 occupants. Where's Benny? In the boot?
Benny's
Yes.
in the rooms.
Benny's in the boot. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 occupants in the car. The driver stops. And he's like, we can't go past this. over this line is where Bloemfontein's area starts. We'll have to wait for someone to come and pick you up. And he gets out, lights up a cigarette, and he just stares into the distance. What do you guys do? What do you all do? You're in a car.
Am
Well,
I
I
in this
go
car?
get Benny. No, go away, Nick.
Okay. I'm just gonna. Shall I just do this then?
Yes.
Yes.
Be
Okay.
thankful you're not in the car.
Okay. I kind of am.
I am going to go and get Benny out of the boot.
Yeah. As you open up the boot, you just hear his screams. He's waking up. He's like, motherfuckers, what are you doing? Yeah, what do you do?
I bite my lip, and then with my nail, I just prod him deeply with Scorpion's touch.
What the fuck? Where the fuck? And he's out again.
I mean, there are far more satisfying ways to make someone unconscious.
Yes.
Fair enough. It tastes like drugs. Ugh.
Ugh.
Brings back. Spicy. So, are we gonna walk or do you wanna wait? Should I call Kyle?
Zafa, do I have to make a test?
4?
What she just said.
Are we gonna go, or what did she just say? Explain to me, why do you need to make this test?
Because what she just said puts him square in my in my hunt category.
Oh, how hungry are you?
I think not.
But you're
But I also think I probably should have lost one in the whole thing.
yeah, but your
so I think I probably
category.
have a
No,
one.
no, he's not in your subculture. He's not in your culture. He's not the type
Okay.
of person you feed off of. There's, to be perfectly honest, the area in which you live. To put it bluntly, very, very bluntly, he's not the correct color.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You feed off of a certain subgenre in the culture that you live in.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's why you could have fed on the guy working behind the steers counter, behind the fast food counter. You could have fed on him if you wanted to.
Okay.
Because he is African, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. No
So,
worries. Just making sure.
Yeah, you don't have to do it. You also taste a little bit of like a musky. You smell it more. You smell it now more than you did back then because everything basically smelled like it. But it's like a sort of a musky scent. Musky. I don't know the correct term. Like a musky. It's not
Like a mildew?
Yeah, it's not a pleasant scent. Yeah.
Benny needs a shower.
Yep, he does. And Theodora, what do you do?
Well, I'm gonna get out the car
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna reply to Olivia. Listen, it's far. I'm not gonna walk all that way in these hills. Sorry.
I feel like if there was a quote book for Theo, it would always be in these heels. In these heels. In these heels.
I'm sorry, but do you pay for these Jimmy Choos or not?
Question:
No.
Do you?
Okay.
Do
Of
you
course I
even pay for them? Oh, sure you do. I'm gonna call Carl. Oh, do you want to call him, or can't you do them in those heels?
I will call Kyle. Yeah. Ring,
Yeah.
ring.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle, it's Theo.
I thought as much.
Listen, we're outside of Bloom and we're kind of stuck. Would it be all possible for you to come and pick us up? That would be absolutely phenomenal.
Someone has already been organized. Mistress M already sent someone out to pick you up. They should be there within the next few minutes.
Oh, thank
That's a
you.
good sign.
You are a lifesaver. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so he's got someone coming.
I heard Mistress M has someone coming.
Were
Well,
you on
yes,
speakerphone?
Mistress
Were you on
M.
speakerphone?
No.
No, so you wouldn't.
Oh,
hear
so I
that,
can't
yeah.
hear? Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was because I was right next to
Fair enough.
them.
Well, she might have been able to hear it if she was standing next to me.
Let's say she stood next to you and she heard Mistress M.
Mm.
While you said he is sending someone over.
Did he mention the Baron?
Which no, he didn't say anything about the Baron. He was just very short.
Oh, okay. What do you guys want to do while we wait?
A few minutes pass, and a car pulls up. Guy gets out, immaculately dressed. So here's the sign saying Bloemfontein 60, right?
Mm-hmm.
From Bloemfontein's area, the car pulls up about 3 meters away from the sign. And the other car is obviously 3 meters away from the sign. So there's like literally they just stand next to each other. And the guy's like, yeah, I'm here to pick up the people. I heard there's 4 people that I need to pick up. Where's the kid? I don't see him out here.
You're right.
Where is he?
Funny story. He left.
He left? Do you know where to?
No.
Hmm.
And I left my doggy tracker at home, so.
Okay. Well, yeah. 4 people. I only see 3.
We have a passed out friend.
Ah, okay. Well, come on over. And he starts opening the doors.
I'm gonna go sit in the front seat.
John, do you mind picking up any?
I just grab him and toss him over my shoulder.
At this moment in
Thank
time,
you.
I'd like Olivia to roll me a willpower check, please.
The frick, dude. Oh, I know. Fuck. I forgot.
Ooh. About 1.5 meters beyond the sign, Olivia collapses.
Oh my goodness.
And I go and pick her up too. I have 2 shoulders.
Okay, you go and pick her up. Get in the car. Yeah.
So, Theodora, any clue?
I have no idea. Oh my goodness. I have never seen her pass out like that before. Could it be that thing that was possibly possessing her earlier?
Do you have Sense the Unseen?
I do. I'm gonna
Do you
use
have-
that.
Yeah, okay.
Do I need to roll for
Yeah,
it?
that is above my pay
that's
grade.
that's a free action, right? It's a thing you can just activate.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You activate it.
Mm-hmm.
And right about like as you look around, right about where she collapsed, that thing with the giant smile just hovers in the air. And after a few seconds, it dissipates into this what's the word I'm looking for? It's like this diaphanous smoke. You can clearly see through it, and the last thing you see are the eyes and the smile, and it just dissipates.
Okay. So
Can as you're looking around, roll me a wits and awareness, because your heightened sense is going to make this a little bit easier.
my finger's stuck. Hold on. It's stuck. Ow. Okay, I'm fine.
Okay, yeah, roll me a wits and awareness. Heightened senses makes it a little bit easier to see it.
Awareness. And what?
Awareness wits, at least. Sorry, yeah. Oh, yes. It's almost blinding you. There's a red string tied around the signpost that says Bloemfontein 60. And it's right there where, it's right around that area. Like, if you estimate, it's like, oh, okay, cool. Nothing can enter here. That doesn't belong here.
Hey, she got wizarded down.
Yeah.
All right. So that thing that was that killed that kid earlier that was
Okay.
possessing her I think it has left her. And there's more of those red ribbons hanging around the signposts, so possibly it can't answer whatever it is. Because I definitely do not think that that is Belinda anymore. So hopefully she's out just from this thing leaving her body. But apart from that, I don't know what else there is going on with her. And she didn't eat. I know that much.
Where do you put her in the car?
I sit her in one of the back seat.
Okay,
Seats.
and Benny goes into the trunk, right?
Of course.
Of course, of course. Do you
That's where
gently
you always
put
put
him?
hostages.
Do you accidentally hit him a couple of times? You know, like get in there! Come on, you shit!
No, it's not going to be worth it because he's not going to feel it.
Okay.
He'll feel it when he wakes up.
It's not the same.
As the driver gets in, puts on his headphones, and he turns around and drives off to Bloem. About 3-4 minutes into it, Olivia, you feel like a cold, as if you're running through like a cold waterfall or a cold shower, wash over you, and you wake up. Olivia, you're awake. Oh wow, is that lagging on your side as well?
Lag, yeah.
Is it fit?
Yes, it's fixed.
Okay.
Hello. Did you have a good
Hi.
nap?
Yeah, I guess I was tired.
How are you feeling? I think that thing that was possessing you has disappeared.
There must be a boundary around the town then.
Yes,
Fucking
there
old
was
hag.
red strings
Yeah.
before we answered. So
Old
at
hag.
least that's one good thing. We don't have to worry about
For now.
for now, yes.
Where are we going? Do we have a choice or are we getting sent straight to the Baron? Anyone
honestly have no
bother to
idea.
ask?
I mean, it might not be straight there, but I have a feeling that our presence is going to be required.
What are we going to say? What happened to the kid?
Well, at the moment, I can't give any information I don't know. So my answer is going to be, I have no idea. He just skipped.
She's not going to like that answer.
It's better than me giving her a falsehood and then her not liking that or finding out that I gave her a falsehood.
What are we going to tell her about the little pedo we got in the trunk? And how it links to Herc?
I'm sure if we can say that it's links to Herc, she'll deal with him.
But how?
Hopefully in his
Hey,
life.
we found this guy all the way and across a new town. He links to Herc.
Well,
I know
she
the
sent us
Baron's a
to
little-
investigate. We investigated, and we found that he is the link. That's
But how? She's not going to ask for any evidence or proof? Or reasoning? She can't be that.
my experience is
scared.
generally she wants things done more than she wants to know why they're done. If she asks a question, it'll be one or two quick ones. We give one or two quick answers, and then she'll more than likely be satiated with that.
Okay. Well, not my Baron. You know more.
Can you all roll me a d10, please? /R
No.
space D10. Okay, of course. Theodora, your phone vibrates. It's a message from Zakar. And it says, where are you now? And do you have... where are you now? Are you safe?
I'm going to reply to the car. Hey, we've just entered Bloemfontein. We are with one of the Baron's drivers. I'm not too sure where we're heading. I suppose it's to the Baron.
Next message. Do you have any extra luggage you need to get rid of?
Guys. So
Yeah.
Zakar asked if we had any extra luggage we need to dispose of.
Another
or
message
get rid of.
pops through, and another message pops up. Guns, etc.
Yes.
Ooh, do we not still
Yes.
have the big
So-
bomb?
We do have all those beautiful explosives and that lovely sniper I couldn't shoot. So maybe we should stop off at the library and drop this off.
Can you ask if Delphine's okay? She was a
Yes, I
little
will.
pale
Yeah.
last time.
I'm gonna reply. It's a car. We have some things that we might need to drop off at the library, and Olivia would like to know how Delphine is. Question mark. And
First message that comes through. Who's the driver? Second message. It's literally like one of those irritating, like, first message send, second message send
Right.
type of things, like the way you talk, basically. And first message is, who's the driver? Second message is, she will be okay. She will survive. I made sure of it.
I'm just gonna lean my phone over to Olivia so she can read it.
Hmm.
I'm gonna put my hand on the driver's shoulder. Sweetie, what is your name?
Like, he took out his his earbud, and he looks at you. Oh, Jake.
Jake. What a lovely name. Thank you, Jake. And I just kind of rub the back of his neck, and then I let go, and I reply just to
Oh,
the
wow.
car.
Oh, wow.
I
What's your...
lean
Jake?
in close.
Question mark. Send.
I lean into the side part of Theo's chair. You know, you don't have to flirt with everyone to get the name right. You could just ask. Okay.
A few minutes later, Jake starts talking, and he's like, "Hi. Yeah. Okay. That'll be 10K. Okay. Goodbye." And he just continues on driving.
So, Jake, do you have any positions open in your job? No? Okay.
No.
Okay.
And he continues on driving. The camera fades to black, and it says, "A few moments earlier." No, it says a few hours earlier. The camera opens up on someone's face. Nicholas, this is you.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
As you wake up, what do you look like? Please explain to the viewers. What do you look like? What does your face look like? What's the bed that
The
you
same.
lie in look like? The same. Okay.
Yeah.
What does the bed look like? What's your general surroundings?
Okay, so my facial structure is the same as my actual face. Remind me again. What building am I in exactly?
You're in your house/apartment,
Okay.
so it would be personalized to your taste.
Okay. So I live in a sort of, I want to say like I'm trying to explain that. I hadn't really thought about that. So I'm in a house. kind of like a. Have you ever been to Paternoster?
You'll have to explain to people who hasn't been there.
Okay, so it's kind of like this Grecian style, like almost white clayish type walls, very like quaint cottage vibes. Yellow thatch roofing, hardwood floors. So sort of like neo rustic,
Yeah.
in a sense. And I'm sitting in the top. There's two, so it's two floors. The second floor is you can see the exposed thatch roofing above, and I'm lying in this red silk draped queen size bed. There are like kind of like soft pastel palettes all around the room, that kind of thing. A large wardrobe, a desk area with a computer, mounted TV on the right, that kind of thing.
Okay. Now I want you to do your first roll whatsoever. First roll
Oh.
in the series, yeah.
Good luck.
It's called a
Great, thanks.
rouse check.
Yes.
Okay.
So I click on my character sheet for
Yeah.
that, correct? Then I go all the way to the bottom and then rouse.
Yes.
Did I do it?
You did it. You're on 2 hunger now.
Lovely.
It's not too
Okay.
bad just yet. What's your usual routine when you wake up? What do you wake up, you're a bit hungrier than you were before the night before.
Okay.
And yeah, what's your usual routine when you wake up? We're going to go through this once so that we just know a little bit more about your character's mannerisms.
So I lie in a bit for an extra hour, and I check my phone. So I just go on my phone, looking through my socials, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then just question, how desperate am I to feed? Compare it to like real life, like human hunger levels that I can relate to.
It's sort of like you might have skipped on a meal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of like that. So you can still continue on normally.
Living my best life.
Yeah, you skipped a meal, and that's basically it. It's sort of like skipping a meal when you're on a diet plan. So,
Okay.
for example, your diet plan says, "Hey, you only eat at night, or you can only eat in the afternoon. You can only eat lunch and dinner, but skip
Mhm.
breakfast."
Okay.
It's something you're kind of used to. You're always going to be hungry, but it's sort of like this level is something you're used to.
Manageable.
It's basically if the opportunity presents itself for you to feed, you'll feed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after that hour, I get up, and I go into my bathroom, which is like a dark natural tile flooring with black granite walls, and a sort of matching aesthetic for the amenities. And I take a hot shower. I brush my teeth, and I get changed into a just a simple kind of white cotton round neck. Actually, exactly this shirt.
Okay.
Let's just say this shirt, because
Yeah.
like I wanted the floral patterning and stuff, and some sort of those kind of like waistband straps, kind of like you get on sweatpants,
Yeah.
but in like a pair of chino trousers, and some kind of light, like powder blue suede brogue shoes, and I put those on, and I'm
Okay.
like, I'm ready for what happens next.
Okay. You need to go see Zakar tonight.
Okay.
You've met him a couple of times before. You've also met someone called Granny Laura. Now, what you
Mhm.
know of her is you have seen her.
She's
You've seen her type.
the witch.
The
Right.
witch, yeah. You've seen her type back in the day.
Mhm.
You've seen her type back in the day, and what you know of them is they're trying to be neutral most of the time. They try to be neutral. with regards to everything. But not more than that is known about her. Zakar, the couple of times that you've met him, he is basically the university's, COFSI, University of the Free State's librarian at night.
Okay.
That's his cover, librarian at night. He's got a lot of books on many things, and you did ask him previously to research a couple of things, or to find you books, at least a book on certain topics. What are those topics? He's the guy, he's like Giles from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He will find you books.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never watched Buffy, but now I have to, so I'm going to do that.
Not quite as
I know, I'm
fashionable.
so sorry.
Just a
What?
quick thing. Just a quick thing. Don't watch the remastered version. See if you can get your hands on the older version, because
Yes,
the older
like
version's
with-
lighting is brilliant.
Oh my
Gotcha.
god. Yeah.
Aren't you excited for me, though, guys? I get to experience it for the first time, which is something you guys can never do again.
Oh
so.
my god.
Okay, so I asked him to research the Knights of Rose Croix,
Yeah.
which is also known as the Scottish Rite. They're a 17th century Hermetic order that is a subgroup of the Rosicrucianist order. That basically they were one of the they're Rosicrucian or Golden Dawn. They were one of the largest influences in the Order of the Golden Dawn, which was a secret society, like a secret esoteric society that originated allegedly in the late 1800s and was quite prevalent in London up until the early 20th century. And then I also asked him to research the current known status of the Order of Dilemma, which was
He knows
Aleister
about
Crowley.
it. Yeah.
Okay,
He
so
knows
he's
about
got
it.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
On the basis of, do I need to explain why, or is that like...
You don't need to explain why. This is character stuff. We'll find it out eventually.
Cool. All right.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna go to him. What sort of vehicle do you drive?
I drive. Oh god, you're asking someone who knows nothing about cars.
You could just say I drive a motorbike. I drive a sedan, an SUV. You know, something like that.
Oh, okay. In
And the
that
color.
case,
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
I drive a I want to say a motorbike, but like a black and orange katana motorbike.
Okay, cool.
A Vespa. Oh my god. And yeah,
Okay,
that's
cool.
That's it.
You get on it. You drive. Because of the way your house is designed, you're living on the wealthier outskirts of Bloem. You're actually living in an area called Woodland Hills, and it's sort of a gated community, if I can call it that.
Sure.
Yeah. You're well off enough to live there. It takes you about, again, this is Bloemfontein. Anywhere takes you 15 minutes to get there. But you drive on the outskirts. You drive past a certain castle on your way to Bloem. It's a castle. It looks like a castle. And in the front of the castle, the one striking thing is this brilliant statue, and like fountain-esque statue of someone. And you've stopped there a couple of times and just looked in and just looked at it, and it was literally like the statue was almost nearly perfect, lifelike. It's of a human male, probably, and what you could have seen, it was male, but it's literally, it's great sculptor's work here. This is like one of the best things you've seen.
And as a vampire of the Tory order, I'd be quite attracted to its
Cool.
beauty.
Yeah, cool. Now everybody in chat and in everywhere knows what clan you're from. Welcome, 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 Toriador. How are you doing?
My mistake.
Don't
It would have been
worry,
evident eventually.
Toreadors become obvious really quickly.
Yeah,
I
don't worry.
figured.
Yeah,
Okay.
they do. Yeah, like it was basically
As-
how you described your house was like,
I was
yeah,
about to say, yeah, the way
Yeah.
you explained everything, it was
Yeah.
obvious.
yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking, oh, he's gonna be my best friend.
Yay!
I am so offended right now. Damn.
I thought I was your best friend.
And you know the lay of the land quite well. One of the people that you feed on, the way you drive to the university, you pass their house. Are you gonna stop for a quick, hey, how are you doing? Just check up on them, or are you just gonna let the hunger lie?
Yes. Who are they?
This guy's name is, okay, which name do you want of his?
Cryptic Safa is cryptic.
Shall
Do
we
you want his
say-
name or his stage name, if we're using those terms?
Oh, is he also is he also a drag queen?
Yeah.
Just his name, I guess is fine.
Just his name. This is gonna
Yeah.
be fun. Stefan.
Okay.
Yeah. Stefan Duplessis. That's his name.
Okay.
And surname.
My character has an affinity for men that resemble like an aesthetic range from like Hugh Jackman to Chris Hemsworth. What's the chances there of that being the case?
He would fall.
But also like kind of dad bod guys like
Yeah,
like
he's a bit
like
more.
Hopper
He's a bit more on
from
the
Stranger Things.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. He's a
He's
bit
like
more.
also,
He's a bit
I
more.
like my chunky dudes.
a chubby Chris Hemsworth. Yeah.
That's I can get behind that. So like Thor in
Not
Endgame.
as chubby, but like
That doesn't
a little like, yeah, he's a little bit more. He's a little less chubby than Thor in Endgame, but yeah, he's about
Thick.
yeah.
Okay. Yes, I stopped for a feeding.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're not gonna
Just
roleplay this
maybe
section.
offer
It's just gonna be a thing that happens. He welcomes you in, and he's
Great.
like, "Fancy meeting you here. You just do a little bit of small talk. Fancy seeing you visiting me randomly. That's weird." Does a
Yeah.
little bit of small talk. You continue on the feeding. The reason why I'm skipping over this is I just want to continue on with the story a bit more.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, quick question before you do. What is my interpersonal relationship with him? Is he fond of me?
He's reasonably fond of you, because every time after you visited him, especially when you randomly visit him, he is suffering from the little death, la petite mort. He just had the best orgasm in his entire life, and you didn't do a thing to him that he remembers. That's how they experience feeding.
So he doesn't know that I do this.
No, he knows that you do this.
Okay, I was about to say.
He literally gives you consent, but
Okay.
he's fond of you for that sole reason. Oh, that's what you think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vibes. Sure.
Yeah. Like there's a little something. Let's say he's excited when you
Alright.
knock on his door. He's like, "Oh, it's time again."
And when I leave him like one of those those kind of like hazelnuts and praline elephant-shaped chocolates, the bouchers.
Yeah.
I leave him like one of those on his
Okay.
bed
Cool.
because I'm nice like that.
Classy.
You're not. Wow.
No.
Wow. Yeah.
And they're my favorites as well. So.
Cool. You can remove that one hanger that you got. And you get to Zakar. About, yeah, let's say about half an hour later, you get to Zakar. And you get to the library. Now it's this big building with two big wooden doors that
Yes.
leads into it on the university grounds. You get stopped at the gate, and the security guard at the boom gate is like, "Oh yeah, no, okay, cool, yeah, no, he's seen you before. You can go right in. He knows you're here to go to the library. You're
Mhm.
friends of Zakar. Zakar apparently Zakar rarely leaves the library, so you're just coming to visit him and everything. As you stop outside the library, it's this big, about 4 or 5 story building with these giant wooden oak doors. And the one thing you do notice, because you're a creature of the night and all of that, is there's a lot of blood around here. It doesn't trigger you or anything. It doesn't activate the beast, but there is a lot of blood. And you whiff a little bit more, it's like, this is definitely not human blood.
Okay.
It's definitely old blood, if you will.
As in, like old as in like a vampire.
Yeah, old as in a
Okay.
vampire. Yeah.
All right. Is it more than one? Is it more than one person's blood?
No. It's definitely just one person's blood.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is a car, but you don't have to tell me, obviously. Okay.
You enter the library. Zakar is sitting in his little reading nook. And it doesn't look like he doesn't look up. And he's just like, Nick. May I call you Nick? He can call you Nick, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Nick. I couldn't find. I couldn't find the other things. The one thing that I do know is, for all intents and purposes, the Golden Dawn's state is dead. The Golden Dawn's thing is dead, as far as I could tell. And I had to pull quite a few strings for this, but the other thing, it's a bit difficult to get info on them because they were so secretive and all that. Not even Google could help me. Yeah. And what are you doing here? He takes out his phone, he sends a message to someone. What are you doing
Did you have an intention for me to be here, or must I make that up myself?
here? You can make it up yourself.
No particular reason. I just wanted to check in on the progress of that, and it doesn't come as much of a surprise to hear about the inactivity of Golden Dawn. It's just, I don't know. Obviously, there are some Neo followers, but it's for all intents and purposes, from what I can tell, it just seems rather innate. No, it's just been on my mind recently. I haven't really been able to shake the feeling that I have finally found comfort in staying in one place. But it's been so long, I just thought, why run anymore,
Yeah. I got a interesting message from an acquaintance.
Of mine.
Maybe. Lucian, he told me I should help you as much as possible with regards to certain things.
Sorry, name knowledge. Do I know Lucian?
Yeah, he's contacted you. I sent you that info in your private message.
Okay, yes, sorry, Lucian.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
That Lucian, yeah.
Okay.
He told me I should help you to the best of my ability. He owes me a big favor now, which is always a boon, if you will, which is always a good
Apparently
thing
now,
to have.
so do I.
So, what info do you need? And as he says this, he messages someone back. He looks up at you, and he messages, and he continues like, what info do you need from me?
Well, I guess if you do find anything about active members of the old order of Golden Dawn, or any Rosicrucianists for that matter, I suppose let me know.
Okay.
And another thing, it might be nothing, but would you mind looking into just a further look into the Order of the Lemma?
Okay.
I just received, I don't know. I received a weird message on Facebook the other day, and for the life of me, I can never figure out all these social platforms. And the message itself was innocuous; it was spam for all intents and purposes. But but the account to which it was linked, you know, where you can see what groups people are part of. One of them was something that reminded me of it, and I might just be being paranoid, but I'm concerned that it might be some type of phishing method to lure me out. I don't know. You know me. I just it's, when you're alive, as long as I am, you learn to stay that way.
Yeah, you kind of do. Okay, so the golden. Okay, I'll check in. Could you like forward the message to me so that we can sort this out?
Of course,
yeah.
I will do that right now. And then I obviously have his number.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'm like,
and
I text it through, with screenshots of the account.
Okay, cool. He'll look into that.
Let me know if I'm metagaming. I don't want to metagame. I'm just kind of like.
No worries. We'll let you know.
Okay.
He does mention though that like I know you're trying, as Zakar says, I know you're trying to be with the times and everything, but your social media footprint needs to be as small as possible.
But then how am I going to get people to come to my shows?
You get people like us to come to your shows. And you don't advertise it too much on Facebook. That's the big thing. Or the Insta Twitter, I think it's called.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
That's what it's called.
Don't use the Insta Twitter. And
I shan't.
And also, like the communications that you use, you need to make sure that your phones are safe. But we'll sort it out. Like once you're in this, once you're here, we can sort it out. I'll get you a new phone with all the necessary contact details. Yeah. So, just give me a few seconds. In about 20 minutes, some people are going to arrive, and I think it would be prudent for you to maybe sort of accompany them.
How so?
It's
a sensitive subject.
It's not a sensitive subject, but we need more of your kind, and he smiles, to perhaps diffuse situations in a non-violent way. They're gonna stop here, and then they're gonna head on over to Mistress M.
Okay, so my company is volatile, I see.
Especially the one. Yeah, she's been known to attack couches, and according to my informants, she breached the masquerade. Was it last night? The night before? Last night. It was last night. Luckily, it has been sorted out, but now our sweet Baroness owes that Baron a favor, a boon. And because I'm sort of her right-hand man, because Kyle is kind of fucked at the moment, I need to sort out some shit. By the way, in Vampire Society, you've got the sheriff of the town, and Kyle is sort of like the sheriff, right-hand man. He speaks in a very gruff voice. And he was punished. He was punished about 2-3 weeks ago, and he's still sort of in recovery.
Okay.
Punished in a very, very horrible way that only vampires can punish other vampires. He was dipped in a vat of, is it lime? I believe it's called lime. And he was.
Do you mean lye? The corrosive stuff?
Yeah, the lye. Yeah, the corrosive stuff. Yeah.
They use it in agriculture.
Oh yeah, and
and to dispose of bodies.
Yeah, he was basically just being kept alive, for the most part, and he's recovering. You got literally a video of that happening to him. Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and the person who did it to him is sitting right across from you, because the mistress wanted it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah. And about 20
what
minutes.
What did he do for that to happen again? Sorry.
He, in a frenzy, he sired. Kyle sired a bunch of Thin Bloods in a frenzy.
What's a Thin Blood?
A Thin Blood is not a vampire, not a human. It's someone who's been. It's someone who's been. Daywalker. Think of daywalkers, right?
Sure. Like a dumb here type.
Yeah, so they can walk around during the day, and they've got very little to. They've got like baby vampire teeth, or they don't have any vampire teeth, but they crave blood. They're semi-immortal, just as you are kind of semi-immortal. You could
Increased
always still
longevity.
die. Yeah, so but they can walk in the sunlight. Not the
Lucky
entire
them.
day. Like they can wake up about 3 or 4 hours before you guys do.
Oh, I see.
And they cause a lot of shit. Yeah, they
Interesting.
can cause a lot of shit if they really hate you guys. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a thin blood, as far as you know.
Sure.
Yeah. And he sends another message to someone. And about 20 minutes pass. You can peruse the books. There's a funny thing, though. You constantly hear books falling randomly.
Okay.
Yeah. And at one point you get to a bookshelf. You take out a book, whatever book, like let's say it's some ancient religious order that you think might have something to do with your things. And you put it back, and as you put it back, the edge of the bookshelf, a book falls off.
Can I use Sense the Unseen?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do a roll for that now.
You don't need to roll for it. It's
I don't.
it's
Okay,
a free thing, as far as I know. And it is free, right?
Wits and Discipline.
It is now.
It is now, I guess.
Yeah, let's make it free for now. It's just a bit of flavor text in any case.
Okay.
There's constantly books shifting in and out of reality
Okay.
in this section of library that you're at. They're constantly shifting in and out of reality.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they reappear at different locations or the same one?
It's literally like you put in a book, and a book appears next to it, and it pushes the other books away to the side. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's definitely not a normal occurrence, for
Yeah.
sure.
One of the books that Zakar is reading also is something to do with the veil. And what you know about this is the veil between reality and, let's say, a less nicer version of reality.
Okay.
Yeah. Or multiple realities converging on at one point or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
That's about what you know, the extent of your knowledge. Yeah.
Okay. Carry on.
Okay, 20 minutes pass while you're there. The camera focuses on a car driving into Bloem. Luckily, it's the section where it's just 2 turns and you're next to the university. And the other crew, the other people, you get parked outside the university. The guy stops.
All I'm saying is we shouldn't have to listen to opera the whole fucking ride, Neo.
Listen, I am sorry, but I'm not listening to this, what's his name, J Jazz Rabbit dude that playing us on the radio. Whatever his name is. I don't know.
Ugh.
And I'm just enjoying listening to the two of you fight over it, so we're fine.
Am I picking this up with my heightened senses power, or are they too far away?
No, they're still in the car. They're
Okay.
still bickering in the car. Car pulls up.
Okay.
The driver
Okay,
stops.
I assume are we taking Benny in, leaving him in the boot?
I think we can leave him in the boot. He's got enough juice in him to keep him out for a while, right?
Well, yeah, he was drugged. He was
No,
unconscious.
probably not.
He was drugged. His body's already super weak.
I am willing to believe that you would know how your powers work, and you should know it should run out about now, because it only works for one scene.
All right. Logically, right.
He's making a noise. We better bring him in.
Pop the boot.
What the? Who the fuck are you? I got.
You know what, this is getting kind of annoying. Next time you do
The
it.
guy that got out of the car. You could just gag him. You could just gag him.
No, I don't want him
bind
seeing
with
anything.
ropes. Okay.
I don't want him seeing anything. Okay. John, you want to get the baggage?
Sure.
Is he gonna carry
You're-
everything?
I can.
He's not carrying you. Because you can
No,
walk in those
Could.
heels.
I can walk. Yes, it's not that far.
No, it's not.
I will
Uh,
take the smaller bag if I'm asked.
I will grab the big bag with the big boom. Carefully pick up the bum bag, making sure I walk away from everyone else. Then we start heading towards the library. Don't forget the chill.
You all smell blood. Vampire blood. In fact, you definitely the smells with a slight hint of Zakar and is that Delphine?
Oh my god. Did they turn her?
Are they? Oh my!
All right, Zafa, I'm gonna nonchalantly flex up a little bit and start walking towards the library.
Okay, cool. You enter. All of you are you investigating where the smell comes from at all? Any of you? Any of you?
I'm tempted to. I think I'm going to follow the smell.
I'm following the smell too.
You're following the smell. The smell is literally all around the library.
Mm.
You can't place it. Now, with Olivia, you know that this is probably a ward of some kind.
They put a ward
what?
up, yeah. A ward.
A ward.
Oh, a ward.
A ward, yeah.
Hey, Theo, do me a favor. Can you
Yes, darling.
just take a gander at the building, like around it, see if there's anything happening?
I'm going to use heightened senses to see if I can sense anything.
There's definitely blood all around this building. Blood in certain shapes, certain patterns, certain symbols. The nature of the magic is you can see the blood, but if you don't focus on it, it's not there. It's like a lingering shadow effect. Yeah.
But she can see it now.
Yeah.
Do you see anything?
I see like bloody symbols.
Bloody symbols? Like fucking symbols or like symbols of blood?
Like they've been drawn
It's a ward.
with blood. Definitely.
Question is,
magic.
a ward against what? Let's
That
go
would
find
be good
out.
to know.
Well,
So
if it
heading
was
towards the
against us, we'd
library.
already know.
Okay, second, I mean, John, you walk in first. You
Oh.
don't care about this crap.
Pretty much.
And you see Zakar sitting in his normal reading nook. And you hear someone else paging through books and putting... You hear the thud of a book and
Mhm.
However, Nicholas would like, you hear another voice saying,
I mean,
oh,
that's-
what the hell? You know, what?
Yeah.
And it's a little bit of, there's a few seconds of quiet, and then another book falls out, and he's like, huh, you just hear this weird exclamations coming from somewhere close to Zakar. Yeah.
Ah, he found
Sorry,
the
and then
jumping books.
after the jumping books, I turn around and I say, Sakar, you don't happen to know anything about the teleporting books, do you?
That's what I'm figuring out right now.
So
I'm
this
trying
is
to
not a
figure
normal
out-
occurrence.
No.
Okay. No, I'm just that's
Yeah,
that is
no,
strange.
it's not a normal occurrence.
Can I make a skill check using my my occult thing to see if I know what could be causing it?
Okay, yeah.
Can I do a roll for that?
Yes, the skill check that you're looking for is intelligence and occult.
Intelligence and occult. How do I roll two together?
You click on intelligence first, and then it will ask you what you want to roll with it. If I'm correct, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. So then you'll.
Do you mean academics? No. There is. I can't see intelligence unless I'm just being stupid.
Intelligence
It's
is way
in
above.
the top.
In the top, under traits.
Oh,
Under
oh,
mental.
oh. Yeah, sorry, traits.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't say the second attribute is only other traits. It doesn't allow me to do occult specifically.
Okay, then you need to go to occult and then select
way around,
intelligence.
As
Yeah, the other way around.
It's
Okay,
the
I'm
other way
rolling.
around, yeah.
And no modifiers, correct?
No modifiers at all.
I should have rolled. I don't know why. Maybe it didn't.
Oh, you did. No, that's still your hunger.
Oh, it did.
It did.
No.
No,
That's
it's
It's just.
That's-
Let me try. Let me try again. Submit. It's not rolling.
It's weird.
Is it not rolling
Yeah.
at all?
No. Can I make let me just make it like a random roll of something and then see if that works. I'm just gonna roll remorse, shall we? Also not rolling. It's
Huh.
really weird. Should I refresh my
wanna try?
page?
Yeah, try and refresh your page and see if that works.
I can't roll either.
Well, that's not good, guys.
Huh.
I'm refreshing. Let's see if it works.
I might have to restart.
Oh, there we go. It's just slow.
It's just.
What did
just
I
popped
roll?
a bunch through at once.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It just pulled everything through. Okay, cool.
So shall we go with my first one?
The occult fire 2 successes. Wait, what? Wait. I'm gonna find it.
I
now.
made 2 rolls. So
So yeah, the first one is 3
I assume we
successes. You know that the veil between worlds is very thin. This is what's causing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Now, it could be different realities. It could be something called let's call it, for lack of a better word, the dungeon dimensions. It's happened once before. You know for a fact that the printing press fires back in the day, there was a printing press fire incident in
Where?
your area. Was it London?
Oh, where my character comes from?
Yeah, I believe.
Are you talking about the Great London Fire?
I
Because that was
believe-
before my time.
Okay, that was before your time. Okay, so you wouldn't know anything about it.
I know
but
about
you
it.
know about it, that it was
Yeah,
caused
sure.
by something similar to this, and not
Okay.
malfunctioning mechanics and whatever, mechanical parts and whatever.
Wait, printing fire? That would have been way before. I mean, that wouldn't have. I don't know. Maybe we're thinking of different events. But anyway, I get you. I understand what you're saying.
There was a great fire involved. There was a great fire, and people said, "Oh, this caused it," but it wasn't.
Okay.
It was the supernatural.
Like a dimensional convergence.
Yeah.
Or something. Okay.
And at that
Oh.
point, yeah.
No, I just I ask the car and then he says that back
Yeah.
to me, right?
Yeah, the
Okay.
veil, yeah. And at that point, that's what you hear, John. The veil is punctured, or the veil is thinner right now. And he looks at you, and he's like, huh, where's the kid? That's the first thing he
Would
says.
I have any idea what he's talking about with that? It's one of those things of trying to separate my knowledge from my characters.
About the veil.
Yeah.
What your character knows is basically what your character knows about the veil. You never had anything to do with it. You do know, like,
Okay.
he did say, like, what you've experienced in the past at Scarlet Room, and at the building that exploded, that you saw someone walking there.
Okay.
It's probably linked to that. That's what your character knows. Like, oh, that probably makes more sense now, I guess.
Gotcha. All right. So
And-
nothing useful. Got it.
Yeah, and by the time all of you get there, the first thing you hear is a car say as you enter the place is like, "Where's the kid?"
Slipped his
And-
leash.
And the funny thing is, he asks you this question before he clearly could see all of you coming in.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, slipped his leash.
I'm just
And
listening.
then I look back at the women behind me, and I was like, "What? Come on, nothing? That was good. I've been working on that the entire car ride."
Oh, you could actually think during that car ride? I was falling asleep because of the opera.
Beethoven is not that bad. You might learn some culture from him.
Zakar, I got a boom boom here. Where do you want me to put it? Like death to us all, boom boom.
What sort of boom boom?
You know, like an instant sunlight, boom boom.
Oh, I'll get Delphi. Oh wait, I'll take it. I'll take it.
I can take it. You want me to take it
those.
downstairs?
Yeah, take it downstairs, please.
Okay.
You know the sixth book.
Yeah, I know. I
606.
know the thing. I
6.
live here.
Yeah.
I don't want to carry it anymore. It's getting a
Of
bit
course you
heavy.
don't. I like it
So
over.
Yes,
Zakar?
you do hear it, by the way. You do hear all this interaction.
Okay, so while this is happening, sorry, I come out from behind a bookcase and I say, "My Zakar, you were not exaggerating. This is quite the volatile group. May I ask what exactly the boom boom entails if I am to be in this vicinity?"
Hi.
Hi.
My goodness.
Are you asking
Sorry.
Zakar this, or
No, I'm asking Olivia. So and then she says hi, and so I say, "Oh, excuse me, terribly sorry. My manners seem to flee in the presence of potential evisceration."
just a quick question? How attractive are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I look like me in real life, so how attractive you find me is up to you.
Okay, so we're gonna ask the cast this.
There's a loaded question.
How attractive do your characters find him? The way he
Zephyr,
wow,
I'm
okay.
married. Zephyr, I'm married.
your
Do you mind?
characters.
But I'm also very
Yes,
gay.
guys, can we
so-
also clarify that again? I remember getting messages in season 1.
Oh my goodness, yes, I
Wow.
remember that.
So yeah, imagine me looking like sort of if it makes it easier for you guys to like depersonalize it. Imagine me looking as kind of like, do you know the actor Armie Hammer?
No.
You might
Yes.
want to Google him because he's very attractive, and that's the vibe that I'm going for.
Okay, Army.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
But like more my shall we say realistic features.
Okay, yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So then I say to Olivia, I say terribly sorry of me. My manners seem to flee in the face of potential extermination. I'm Nicholas. It's a pleasure to meet you.
How's it, Nick? Olivia. That's Theo. And that brewing man is John.
John.
Zappa, do I recognize him as having been around town at all?
I kind of keep to myself, and I'm also new in town.
You wouldn't have recognized him. Even you spent a long time here, and I mean, you do know that at some point someone told you how many of what clan are in the town. Yeah, he wasn't among those numbers. That much you remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
So my little boom boom here is just one of those bombs that release sunlight. I don't know if you've come
Photon
across any of
explosive.
them. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna go take it downstairs. Zakar, question. What are we warding off?
Is that what that was? And I'm referring obviously to the smell.
Things have happened since you were gone.
Well, clearly,
Yeah.
is it involving Delphine?
She helped. And
See,
he twinges.
she helped
he
him.
twinges
Usually-
a bit as he says she helped. Like you could see that's like a quick flash of a pained expression. Like, yeah, she helped.
Not in the way one would. want
Did
to be
you
helped.
use her blood to do it?
She
Because
helped.
that is a ton of blood, Zakar.
She helped.
What are we warding? Lupins, wards, ghouls, spirits, batshit crazy barons?
It's safe. It's safer to talk in here. Nothing can penetrate this area at the moment.
Except for us, of course.
Of course. We can talk freely inside here. I've been working on a little something, but now's not the time to talk. The Baroness is expecting you.
My Zakar, more than a little cryptic, don't you think?
You know what it's about. And he looks at you.
Okay, do I? Do you want to text it to me?
Yes, you know what it's about. Just look at your
Oh,
storyline.
the reason that I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just look at the.
Oh,
You know what it's about.
of
And
course.
and now you remembered. Like he pointedly asked you, "Is there anything else you need from me?" And you're like, "Yeah, no, just look
Oh.
at that book, and that's what you remember."
Yeah.
And he's like, "That's not a weapon." And he looks at you, John, pointedly looking at the unconscious body of someone. What? Who? I smell cocaine. Who is that?
I'm gonna go take this downstairs quick.
That's Benny.
I'm sorry. Let me play catch up here. Why is there an unconscious human being hauled over your shoulder like a sack of bricks?
Oh, he's a pedophile.
Oh,
Because he can't walk while he's unconscious.
fair. That is definitely a true story. I'm gonna need a lot more context for the situation because I'm feeling profoundly uncomfortable.
At this point in time,
I guarantee you would be more uncomfortable if you had context.
So, is this a police-related situation, or are you just going to dispose of him?
He's going to be just. Well, I don't know you,
That's-
so.
That is for
That's-
the Baron to decide.
Ah, so this is a masquerade-related issue as well now.
Yes.
This has gotten profoundly complicated
At
very
this-
quickly.
at this point in time, somewhere from within the library, you all hear. Bring around the roses, pockets full of
Fuck.
seas.
I've seen this movie. It doesn't end well.
Ashes, we all fall down.
Oh, goodness. Crying in a bucket.
Has this happened to me before? Do I know what this is?
It's a spirit.
Uh,
It's a spirit. Used to be old wives' tales to scare the kids. And yeah, it's a spirit lingering somewhere here. Probably tied to the library. You haven't heard it before tonight, but it's probably tied to the library. And you're,
okay.
yeah.
Um,
Zakar goes, for fuck's sakes, what the? And he opens up a book. He slams it down and he says a couple of words in Latin as blue fire envelops him. You guys don't freak out. This is just a light show. This is not real. It doesn't look like real fire, so you don't have to roll a frenzy check. And the blue fire makes like a little trail on, like it envelops him, and from the top of it's his head. The fire goes and disappears into the floors above.
okay.
He's like, fuck, I need to feed again. And he sits down and he's tired. So who's that?
Theodora, you really need to hire a babysitter.
Listen, I'm trying, okay? It's really difficult with my schedules. I'm so sorry. Let me introduce myself. And I kind of strut up to you, put my hand out, kind of like so.
And I take it.
Hi, Theo.
Anointed, yeah. And I
Theodora St. Clair. It's good to meet you.
I gently kiss the knuckles of your hand and I say, Nicholas, a pleasure, I'm sure.
Ah, a gentleman. My goodness.
Olivia's going to be so happy to know that we have two now.
Product of my time.
Zakar's like, okay, who the fuck is that?
Oh, it's a car. Sorry, Belinda. Remember? That's her.
He points at Benny again.
Oh, Benny. He's the reason why Belinda's here.
Who's Belinda?
The ghost.
Oh, there's a ghost. No, okay. Yes. Makes perfect sense.
She's my ghost. Don't worry about it.
You know
in
that
that
these
case.
things. You know that these things are. It's sort of like, hey, we're supernatural. These things can exist as well, even if you meet it for the first time. It's like, hey, it's entirely possible.
Yeah, I'm getting that
Seems
feeling,
like
you
it.
know.
Yeah.
Also, having a background in the occult myself, from
Yeah. No, you know
when
about
I
this. Yeah.
was human. Yeah, I understand.
And you know there are ways to exercise this as a you knew some ways to exercise it as mortal, not always successful, But you do know that now that you're not mortal anymore, there are more successful ways to exercise things like this.
Okay, so I say to Theo, I say, is this a willing companion of yours, or
No, she's more of a avenge my death sort of.
pest?
Yes.
If you'd like, I do have a background in such things, and although the memory of my human life fails me, I do remember what I learned from it, and if you'd like, I could perhaps maybe even rid you of your unwelcome party.
My goodness, if you could do that for me, I would be eternally grateful. I mean, not only has she messed up, with us, but she has destroyed my art gallery. Oh my goodness.
So I hear art gallery, and you can see my pupils contract. I say, well, that simply won't stand.
I mean, to be fair, Theodora, it's kind of tit for tat. Your art gallery destroyed her.
And you can see me like the cogs are turning, and I'm like,
No, I don't see it like that at all. I just made her eternally beautiful, and a long, lovely, lasting memory of her now stands.
So I say, oh, well, this reminds me of a story written by a very good friend of mine, actually, Oscar Wilde, of the what's that book that he wrote with the painting? Help me out here, guys. Does anyone know what I'm saying?
Picture of Dorian Gray.
Thank you.
Gray.
Yes, the picture. I said that reminds me of a book that a very close friend of mine wrote. A picture of Dorian Gray. It's not that type of situation, is it? Because that's profoundly more difficult to undo.
Not at all. This
no.
is 3-dimensional art.
Great. No, wait. That's like a statue. Did you turn this person into a statue?
Possibly. But you see, she was already deceased.
And you can see me just being like, what the fuck? Like my facial expression, I'm like, yes, well, that is a thing that I can undo with enough time. For sure, definitely can do that.
Long story short, I did not know the full extent of this child's demise. I only know what came from her mother, who I assumed was a trusted patron. This thing is he on your shoulder still, or have you thrown him on the floor, John?
Oh, no, I've still got him up. Just in case.
This thing on John's shoulder is the reason why this child is now no longer with us.
Right, and you can see my face turn a little bit more stern and grave, and I say, well, that does make things profoundly more difficult. And I start thinking, and I start like I say to you, I said, well, if I can help, I obviously will.
That would be absolutely fantastic.
I also notice Olivia's absence has occurred for a while, and I say to you guys, I say, perhaps I should go and check if she's all right. What with handling?
I would give her a moment. If this conversation upset you, you don't want to deal with that one yet.
Okay, so just explain to me, because I'm fascinated with the mechanics of this. You have a sort of UV photon explosive. I'm assuming particularly to target vampires. Where did you come across such a device?
It's actually not quite what you think. It's a little bit more common than that. It's a white phosphorus detonator.
Oh, a magnesium
yeah,
grenade of sorts.
As I understand,
like a thermite grenade.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Except sticky.
So like a thermite Semtex type situation.
Yeah, really effective.
But hundreds of years before those things were invented. So, okay, well wouldn't have thought to use something like that.
They're profoundly useful.
I can imagine now that I'm contemplating the mechanics.
And while you're talking, the scene fades out to Olivia.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, right.
Lost my beanie.
Oh, camera stuff like
There
this.
we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so I'm in my old room with the bed, and I put the
As you,
case.
just a quick thing, you walk down the stairs and you walk past. It's cordoned off by curtains. The rooms, right? And the one room's curtain is open, and you see Olivia. Not Olivia. You see Delphine.
Yeah,
you see
that's why I
Delphine-
waited.
You see Delphine lying in bed with what seems like a drip in one arm and blood going into the other.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. And she's just lying there, busy reading a book. Paler than usual. She's reading a book called... it's some crappy vampire story. Yeah.
That's a good title.
Some crappy...
I'm gonna use that.
It's definitely... I'm averting to Twilight. She's reading...
I know, I was trying to think of a pun for you too.
She's reading... Crap, I don't know the titles. I think it's called Full Moon, I think is the second one.
Yeah, there's New Dawn, Full Moon, New Dawn. New Dawn, I think, is the most popular one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She's busy reading that.
Okay, let's pause for a moment. Remember, I got a big bow on me, and I continue down to my old room, and I carefully put the case on top. I open it up, make sure everything's intact and good.
Yeah,
Close it back
everything's
up.
intact and good, yeah.
And then I go across the passage to the kitchen quick, open up the fridge, grab some food, take Wilbur, put Wilbur onto the counter, give Wilbur some food.
Some cheese.
And then some cheese. Grab one of those. I grab a cup and I just pour some. Is there any juice? What kind of juice is in the fridge?
Yeah, there would be juice. I mean, there would be mortal food as well, so yeah.
Yeah, I pour some apple juice and I grab some like little snacks, sugars, and I go across to Delphine. Out of all the vampire books in the entire world, you have to pick the most dreary one of all.
Hey. It's a new thing for me. I'm trying to get into this whole vampire thing. And the Zakar suggested it, funnily enough. I mean, I've already read...
Who's librarian?
I've already read all the Anne Rices that I could, and I mean, this is just a different take on it. It's quite cool, actually. I like this viewpoint for some reason. Yeah.
So when you say getting used to, were you turned to do the warding?
Oh, no. I willingly gave my blood.
Okay. Oh, there's some
Well,
food. Yeah.
well, I gave my blood to Sakar. I willingly did that.
I knew you would. You would do anything for that man,
Yes.
even your own life.
And she smiles.
But you didn't turn, right?
No.
Good. Because then I would have nothing to do with my juice and cookies. And I put them down next to her.
And she says,
That's on the
thanks.
side of the bed. Go, you need to get some sunlight at some point.
I do. So ever since I started doing this, sun has been like, is a distant memory, sort of, you know? It makes sense for me to be turned, eventually. Sired, to use the correct term. But this is... Basically, I've been doing this for the last 6-7 years. And every now and again I go out and I'm like, hey, this is what sunlight looks like. And yeah, every time I talk to Zakar about it, he tells me to wake up earlier, or to actually wake up during the daytime and appreciate the sun.
You should. You'll
Yeah.
miss it one day. What are we warding off, Delphine? What happened?
You'll have to talk to Zakar
No,
about it.
no,
You'll have
no.
to.
Don't send you.
I'm not allowed.
Delphine.
I'm not under. I'm sort of under NDA. I'm not allowed to talk about it. If we can call it that. It is. I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing my job.
I don't know how you're doing this. He literally put your life at risk. Someone he cares about.
I willingly put my life at risk.
Delphine, I don't care. I would never let Emery do this. Would have found another way. He could have called me. We could have found another way. I have to go back.
Yeah.
We have a pedophile and a baron to deal with.
Her face becomes even more pale. Pedophile.
The Theo Spirit, led us down a really weird path to Kimberly and a disturbing ending, but I have a feeling it's not over yet.
Okay.
But
well,
we'll see.
I hope you can organize. You can sort it out rather quickly.
Me too.
Because there's some pressing. I can't say anything. You need to talk to Zakar about it.
Yeah, because this is how the conversation goes.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to Zakar? It's literally like, hey Zakar, what's this? Well, insert cryptic, weird riddle here. Smile. That is talking to your boy.
Yeah, that's how he is. And she goes quiet for a moment as someone walks down the stairs. Nicholas.
Hi, sorry.
You're walking down the stairs.
Hala!
It's not.
Sorry,
it's
heads up, sorry.
Yeah.
Just a quick heads up, my boyfriend's just making me tea and he might just like come through the door.
No worries, as long as he's not naked, we're good.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what? Now I have to go tell him to put his clothes on.
Okay,
No,
cool.
Sorry, continue.
So as you walk down there's a secret entrance in the library. But you basically followed Olivia's the direction she walked, and between two bookcases there's an open door.
Okay.
And you're like, okay, cool, I guess I'll go down here. And you enter down, you walk down the stairs. Now what this area essentially looks like, if you reach the bottom of the stairs, it's a long hallway in front of you with rooms cordoned off by curtains on each side. There's about 5 or 6 rooms, and then it ends with what you can assume would be a kitchen area.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically. So, and the two doors on your left-hand side. No, this is right. Sorry, on your right-hand side, one of the curtains are pulled back. It's open. It's open, and you hear voices from there. And you hear something about you would do anything. You would. He's risking your life or something as you walk down the stairs.
Okay. So, using my obviously I'm a first-time player, so I want to use as many powers as I can.
Yeah.
I use my fleetness ability to just quickly hop into the room. And I say, "Oh, there you are." I assume everything's sorted in this area.
This room, you see Olivia sitting next to a bed, next to a woman, very, very pale skin, blue eyes, and white hair. Now,
does she smell human?
She's definitely human, yeah.
Okay.
Now, she is hooked up to what
An
seems
IV
like
drip.
an IV drip and like the... what's it called? I wish I had the...
Like when they draw blood.
It's like...
Oh.
It's not a... It's
Like
not
a
it's not a
phlebotomy type situation.
It's yeah, but one gives in one is transferring blood, you think, and the other tube is transferring what you can only surmise to be nutrients or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I look at Olivia, I say, oh, I'm terribly sorry. I hope I'm not disturbing.
Not at all.
Is everything okay?
Perfectly peachy. Can I
So
help
I
you?
look. Actually, now that I'm here, I'm wondering if I can help you. I don't know who's helping this poor young woman, but I was in the Royal Medical Corps in World War One. So if there's anything with which I can assist you, please let me know.
Delphine.
And then I turn to her and I say, and I'm terribly sorry I didn't introduce myself. My name is Nicholas Charles Pollitt, but you're very welcome to call me Nick.
Delphine smiles at you and she's like, "It's been taken care of. Don't worry."
Fantastic. All right.
Wow, you even speak like Zakar now too.
So I obviously knowing Zakar, I laugh because I get the joke.
Yeah.
How long have you been here for?
Oh, not long really. About a month and a half, but the first 2 weeks was spent in a very uncomfortable real estate situation. I'm very particular about where I like to live, and there was one plot that I really wanted, but the occupants were reluctant to relinquish it to me. So I had to be very persuasive that way.
If I'm getting this right, and I look at Delphine, I have to deal with another one of them?
She smiles.
Another one of who?
Another one of
Oh,
who?
God.
Oh, I see. No. Oh, if you'd like me to elaborate, unlike Sakar, I just had to throw inordinate amounts of money at them in order to get them to sell. And they
No,
were terribly rude about it.
Have you met Theodora? Because
Yes.
you two are like...
Really?
Huh.
I didn't.
At that point, Wilbur scubbles in. Wilbur like runs across the floor and comes up onto my bed. Wilbur's my rat, by the way.
Oh, I love rats. They actually. Oh, hang on a second. I'll just grab the tea and sit down. Hi, thank you. Appreciate it.
Hi, Redo.
Anyway, says hi. So I say, oh, I love rats. I actually have always wanted one myself, even when I was a human. But the fact that their lifespans are only 2 years makes them heartbreaking pets for someone who lives much longer than that. And then I look at her and I say, oh, but if you're okay with that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And then I just keep quiet.
Well, at least he's better than Theo, a little bit. Question, do you run in high heels?
Do I run in high heels? I can do a lot of things in high heels, darling. You should come to one of my shows at some point.
Can we literally just replace him with Theo? Just temporarily.
Obviously.
Just temporarily. No, I'm joking. Theo is my person, I guess.
I understand.
Yes.
Family can sometimes get under our skin, but it's their proximity to us that allows them to do so.
Very much so. Delphine, I have to head. Do you mind watching Wilbur? I don't want him around the Baron. I don't know what's gonna happen.
She just smiles meekly and she's like, "Sure."
Wilbur goes down and cuddles in a little cranny between her arm when she's reading the book.
Okay. Seems
And I
like
see
he's
what she's
also.
about.
It seems like Wilbur is also reading the book with her.
Oh God, you're gonna confirm my rat. I get up and start walking out. And I go back to the kitchen quick and just go grab a blood bag from underneath the drawers.
Are you gonna eat something now, or?
I'm gonna see if I need to. No, my hunger's at 3, so I'm probably just gonna take it with me.
Okay, your hunger's at 3. That's good. Good to know. Yeah, and you're walking back, and the scene cuts to. The camera cuts to Theodora, John, and Zakar. Okay, so we've got a pedophile. And what are you planning to do with him? Should we keep him here?
Well, I
I
wanted
mean,
to question him
I
a
don't
bit
make
more as
plans
well.
that long.
He seems to be part of some bigger ring,
Hmm.
which we should probably put a stop to.
But why did you bring him here? Couldn't you have taken care of the problem back there?
Well, we want to question him as well, and then perhaps I need a new art piece.
Because the last one hasn't given us enough trouble yet.
Kind of smirk at John.
Well, we don't have a lot of time, and his phone buzzes, and he looks at it. He's like, "Yeah, the Baroness, the driver is waiting on you. You need to get to the Baroness as quickly as possible. We need to find where's the others?" And as he says that, both Theodora and Nicholas enters the scene. Not Theodora, Olivia and Nicholas enters the scene. Sorry. And he's like, so what are we going to do with him? We're going to leave him here?
We have to take him to the Baron.
This is the pedophile that you just dragged in here.
Yes.
May I ask why? Why you did that? Why you brought him here?
We're just keeping him around in case he wakes up. So we take him to the Baron.
To the ends of what exactly, if you don't mind me being so nosy?
Whatever the Baron decides.
You definitely smell cocaine on him.
Okay.
Nicholas,
yeah. So I say, is he unconscious? Has he is he like unconscious because of something you did, or has he overdosed?
Roll me a wits and awareness, please.
Sure.
Or awareness wits.
I'm just rolling the wits thing under mental. Is that correct?
No, so
You click on awareness.
Well, you have to add, awareness.
Attribute. What am I?
Wits.
What am I at? Wits. Okay, so I'm.
Yeah.
So I click on wits.
No, you click awareness.
Awareness for no. How does
It's
these
awareness
rolls work?
wits.
Is it awareness wits? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so you go awareness, and then you press attribute down to wits, and then you submit.
Hello. I see it. Got you. Oh, it's not. Hello. There we go.
It's gonna take a while.
Apologies.
There we go. There we go. Just a quick thing. Where have you punctured him, Olivia?
Where haven't I?
I was gonna say he's got track marks at this point.
But have you punctured him in the neck? Have you punctured him on the face?
Yeah,
Have
so
you
the first
punctured
one
him-
was the neck.
Yeah.
Other one was probably like the forehead, because I kind of saw like that as he came up, like we were going like that. Probably one in the shoulder.
Is he bleeding still?
No, it's gonna be little.
Yeah, it's a.
Actually, the forehead one will be like a cut because I use my nail to do that one. So, it'll probably
So
be a
That's the
little
one
bit.
you see. There's a cut on his forehead.
Okay, so there are no like arterial tears about which I should be worried.
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I ask, I said, what's the how why is he unconscious? Is he overdosed?
Kinda.
Okay, I can tell by the way that you're saying that there's some story there.
Yeah.
Because my worry is that he is not going to wake up.
Oh, he will wake up.
Okay.
He'll wake up.
And then he'll go back to sleep, and then wake up and go back to sleep. And this is
No, once we get there, we won't need to put him back down. Plus, I'm getting kind of annoyed. Kind of hurts after a while.
At this point, Zakara clears his throat. So you want to give him to the Baroness? Why?
And I look.
That was John's idea.
That's oversimplifying the situation.
This may be a redundant question, but considering this is a human issue of severely amoral proportions, why is this not a police issue?
Because he's involved in other issues that would specifically not be police
Masquerade.
issues.
I see.
Again,
Tricky.
why do you want to take him to the Baroness?
So we needed to link him to the Herc.
Okay, so now a story is busy being formed here. Okay, so you say he's linked to the Herc. This is what you're going to tell the Baroness, right? You need to get your story straight, because what I need to talk to you after you finished visiting the Baroness, I need to talk to you about something, but you need to get your story straight first.
Because that was the reason why we told her we were going to Kimberly.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay,
Just because
so
we got a lead for the Herc.
Okay, but why do you need to show her the lead?
So she
to
believes
show
us.
her we did our job.
Do I know what the Herc is?
You know what Herc is. It's a drug. Look at
Oh,
your
the one you
notes.
sent me.
Yes.
I got
look at
it,
your notes.
okay.
It's that hot drug, yeah.
So basically, followed lead, we found that this guy was using Herc to drug up some of the kids, and we just ended that operation so Herc wouldn't keep spreading, because if it spreads, it will just come back to Bloom. No, yes, no.
But
I like that, but we should also question him a bit further.
Will she not?
so you wanna question him a bit further.
Yes.
And he thinks for a few seconds, Zakar thinks for a few seconds, he's like, Mistress M is not the questioning type. So, do you really want him to go with you to her to show her that you've gotten a lead?
Well, Mistress M doesn't do shit. She sends it to who to do for her? You. So you get him, we come back, we question him before you do what you get told to do.
And then everyone's happy. Or
That was so
I can
cool.
ask her if I could use him for one of my new masterpieces.
Okay.
That could work.
Okay. We can. Okay, cool. So you've got your story straight, right?
More or less.
To help in the convincing, I'd suggest the wonderful Nick. Just try and help you convince her. See if that works. You need to tell him the story.
Okay, I could definitely. Who is it that I'm convincing?
Mistress M. And he looks at you knowingly. He looks at you with a look on his face like, Mistress M. If you all want to roll some sort of insight, what he means by that, it would be...
Insight and?
Just insight.
It would be... I'd say it's wits and insight. If you can.
Yeah.
Good job, Olivia.
Olivia, you know nothing. Oh! Oh no!
Wait, what?
Yeah, it took a minute.
I didn't see the bees. When did that come?
Okay, Theodora, there's definitely something that both Zakar and Nicholas knows about Mistress M that's not been spoken about. John, there's a message behind the message. You don't know what it is. You don't know if
it's the car. I already knew there was a message behind the message.
Yeah, there's it's Zakar being Zakar.
Yeah.
Oh, Olivia. Remind me how hungry you are again?
I have 3 hunger.
You've got 3 hunger, right? Okay.
Oh wait, it's the wrong way around. I thought that 3 hunger was good.
No. It was bad. It was bad.
Ask Theodora. Ask Theodora.
Fuck, I missed. I thought 3 was good, 1 was bad. Oh no. Okay. Do it. Let's stop this. Hide your furniture, kids.
Hide your wife.
Thank God I left Wilbur downstairs.
Oh Lord. What's happening, guys?
Nothing good.
Oh no.
Hey,
We had a captive.
Olivia.
Oh god.
Is that fresh blood I smell?
Yeah,
It's
my
coming
jacket.
it's coming from a certain room downstairs. Wouldn't it be tasty? I mean, she's already lying there. It would be tasty to drink her. Just think. That sweet, sweet Vitae.
I start reaching into my jacket.
Not as sweet as this, though. Not as sweet as this.
We don't drink from humans. We don't drink from humans. I keep telling them, thinking that.
Yeah.
Do I
Only-
recognize the symptoms of this?
She
As a
is.
vampire doctor?
This is literally happening within a split second.
Oh, I see.
This
okay.
is basically like thought processes going through her head. Yeah. So she's like, she saw something,
I'm so
and
scared right
the scene
now.
is the scene is paused at the moment, basically.
It's just focused on me, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's that willpower?
Roll me that willpower.
This reminds me of that scene in Twilight where Bella cuts her finger during the birthday party, and then like, what's the dude's name with the crazy hair? And he goes like ape.
Jasper.
Yes, and that was actually a cool scene.
That's
It's
what's
just a-
happening.
Pretty much exactly what's happening.
Just a quick thing. You have not seen that guy's acting abilities until you've seen Criminal Minds, where he plays someone in drag.
Oh,
He
really?
acts- He acts so brilliantly. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. Oh, and you're on 3 hunger. You guys, the scene unpauses. And Olivia looks around her. And she bolts for the stairs.
There.
Zafra?
Okay.
Now
I have.
she
no.
okay. This is the scene. Let me explain to you what the scene looks like. She
Yeah,
turns
okay.
around, and she's the scene is in slow motion. She's busy bolting. So
Okay.
this is your guys' reaction.
Okay. I'm going to say that first, I'm still prepped for a fight because there's someone in the room that I don't know, and I'm
Mhm.
paranoid as hell.
Yeah.
So I'm still prepared.
And you
Okay.
used your awesome abilities earlier, and they're still active. So yeah.
And two, I still have one of her needles.
Exactly. I was gonna try to do it myself, but I guess I can't. So go for it. Do it.
Now
So-
she needs to roll something to resist, eh? Because she's not mortal.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you do? Okay, that's what he's planning to do. Nicholas.
So so how evident is it to me what her motivation is, or what's
Her-
happening to her?
The evident you've entered this state a couple of times.
Bloody obvious.
I assume that I'm older than her, or is she?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
is-
You're older than her.
I've been around long enough to see a vampire get a bit tweaky.
Yeah.
It's called frenzy.
It's called.
like
It's,
beast.
it's not
Sure
exactly
it is.
frenzy currently.
Well,
But-
it's a beast.
Yeah,
No,
the
I'm kidding.
beast.
Yeah.
You do recognize the signs. All of you do, especially Theodora as well. You do
Although
recognize the
Tweaky
signs.
is
I know
really
it very
accurate.
well.
Yeah. The beast, something's taking her over, and she's heading towards what you assume is the only place where a mortal being is currently.
Okay, so I shout, she's going for the girl, and then I use fleetness to intercept her and kind of
Severity.
like rugby
Okay,
tackle
cool.
her.
That is
into a
your
bookshelf.
intention. So how this works is you state your intentions, and then it all plays
Intention.
out. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, got you.
Theodora.
Oh, I'm taking my heels off and I'm running after her.
Okay. Cool.
I wouldn't need to.
This is how the scene plays out. So you want to rugby tackle her, right?
In like
That's-
a safe way.
That's your intention. Now we're gonna need a bunch of rolls here.
But I also say that thing out loud. She's going for the girl.
She's going for the girl.
Yeah.
Zakar does something.
Well, he better, else I'll be more pissed
know
off
what
at
you're
him. I'm
doing.
already mad at him.
Zakar does something.
Zakar does something, but it's probably cryptic.
The moment you said that, you said that. Okay, this is the scene. You run towards. I need to get a grander picture. She's going for the girl, and John Andrews takes out something and he stabs her with it.
All right, so
Theodora.
To
Oh,
be
does he
fair-
catch me? So I've already. But I thought he's still gonna drop the body, grab it out. I'm already gone by then. No way he can do it
I don't
in
need
one
to
go.
drop a body.
Yeah.
He already dropped him. Yeah.
I don't need to drop the body. And B, I'm not necessarily expecting the woojie shit to work, so I'm kind of stabbing her by also like pushing her through the masonry.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
She's going to take a little nap now is basically the plan. And I have to, and there's plan A and plan B, and they both might work, but I'm pretty sure at least one of them is going to.
Okay, let me just I just need to get a few papers here. I need to
You know, John, you murdered my lover. You insult
You're
me,
welcome.
and now you're fucking beating me to shit.
Again, you're welcome, and you're welcome.
But I might be faster, is the problem.
Yeah, he might be faster.
You should be.
Okay. I don't know which is better, to be honest.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll something for no apparent reason.
As one does.
Okay, cool. So first off, how does your poison thing work, Mrs. Targraham? You need to roll something opposing to that.
Very
right?
well, thanks for
Yeah,
asking.
I guess. So I have to roll against it. So I guess I'm on the other side of it. So I actually have to look it up. Okay, let's see. King of Insect. No.
I am so upset that I have to use it. I was planning on saving this thing for a while.
I'm sorry. If you want more, it's not like I can't produce it endlessly.
Right, but if you know I still have them, it doesn't work as well.
Okay, Scorpion's Touch. So dice pulls is strength and blood story versus stamina and occult or fortitude. So let me see what's higher. So
You need to roll stamina plus occult.
Stamina plus occult.
Yeah.
Why not fortitude? Oh, fortitude's a thing, hey?
Yeah.
Stamina, yeah. Cold stamina. God damn it. Cold stamina.
Okay.
What
no,
the
no,
hell?
No, no biggie. No biggie. Could you give me the total dices of the dice number of your I'm gonna tell you now.
It's occult and stamina.
Of your strength and blood sorcery. What's the total dice pool there?
Strength and blood sorcery.
Yeah, don't
so
roll
my
it,
strength
just
is
count it.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
one.
my strength is 1, but I have level 3 blood sorcery, so that's
Okay,
3.
so it's 4 in total, right?
Mm-hmm. You guys are lucky I don't hit the gym.
But I'm about to hit you, girl. Maybe.
Oof. Okay. So what happens is you stab puncher. We don't need to. If you want to roll your strength and potence to see how hard you punch her, you can, Mr. John Andrews. Do you want to see how hard you punch her?
I know how hard I can. So would we know for a fact that the thing worked, or
No, you won't know if this is gonna work.
all right, then I gotta
gotta
lay
do it.
into it.
Yeah, so what's the rolls you're gonna do? You're gonna do strength and
That'll be
brawl.
Strength and brawl and 2.
And 2. So just add your modifiers to add 2 to that, eh?
Yeah. Wow. Good thing the other thing worked. Damn.
Yeah. He's going for the girl. This guy, like in D&D, dropping is a free action. He just goes and he pulls out and he rams. Your Theodora is still busy doing the shoes. Your shoes are in your hands and you're also slightly moving towards her. And, ooh, I wish I could see that. I'm going to check it out soon, trust me. let me just do this. Give me a few seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 seconds. Okay, cool. Yeah, we got it. I got it. I know. Nicholas, I know. Thank you. The scene unfolds thusly. Almost in a Matrix-like, slow-moving, like everything's moving very slowly now. She's about 3 or 4 meters away from you guys when the scene, like, it sped up for a bit and then everybody reacted and then it went back in. And you see John Andrews takes out what looks like a needle, I guess, and punctures her in the back. In the slow scene, she goes limp immediately. But the force in which he punctures her drives her another 2 meters forward into a bookcase. And the bookcase shatters and books fall on top of her.
Am I not fast enough to intercept her momentum?
Now, as the books fall on top of her, you've got celerity, right?
Yes.
You've got celerity.
Sorry, no. I have fleetness. I don't know if celerity is a subcategory of fleet.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, let me just quickly see here. Fleetness, let me... Cat's Grace.
Do you want me to read it to you?
Yeah, I found it, thank you.
Sure.
Roll me a rouse check quickly.
Rouse.
Don't mess this up. I don't have to deal with both of you. Oh, or I do.
That's not a vibe.
Okay, you don't gain a hunger. That's okay.
That's nice.
You don't gain a hunger. So what do you want to do as she's falling? She's into the bookcase and some books are busy falling onto her.
I kind of want to grab her and then in the air kind of flip into a 180 type situation, so I buffer her fall and also pushing the bookcase back.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does make sense. Yes, it does.
I'm worried about like accidental staking type situations.
Oh, because the bookcase is wooden.
Wooden, yeah.
Roll me a D100 there, please.
Excuse me.
You're adding extra cool things to this thing.
/R.
D100.
D100.
And then D100. Oh, Lord.
Like the number, not the... Yeah.
Okay,
69.
69. The bookcase shatters with you in it, and you're holding her. She's limp in your arms. And there is splinters going everywhere. And
I try to get on my side, though.
There's a reasonable sized, you could call it, if the action is paused, you can call it a stake if you want to.
I don't want to call it that.
Okay, we don't want to call it that, but it's a reasonably sized giant chunk of wood. And it lands harmlessly next to you.
Oh, Lord, have mercy on my soul.
The damage isn't that severe. You just got punched really, really hard.
I was gonna say, I take a...
You do take 1 slash, not the X, the slash, the superficial damage. Yeah, not aggravated. Superficial
I was not going for aggravated damage.
Yeah.
I was just going for force.
Sure, you weren't.
Luna, you see, Theodora, you see this all play out, and you're busy running with shoes next to her. Are you running towards downstairs or towards Olivia?
I'm running towards Olivia.
You're also running towards Olivia.
Yes.
And it catches the time-space continuum thing returns to normal. Zakar is nowhere to be seen.
What a hoe. God.
He could be down with Delphine.
He's already
downstairs.
downstairs.
Now that I think about it, that's probably what happened.
Yeah.
Zakar is...
What a hoe, Nick.
I'm sorry. I expect the word. So can I kind of like I'm lying there and I kind of like look around and I see this like wooden stake just next to my rib cage. I'm like, and I look at everyone and I say, well, that was a unpleasant experience. So I kind of like roll her gently onto her side, and I say, and I look at you. Sorry, what's your character's name? John. So I look at John, and I say, what exactly happened here? What is this about?
Just a quick thing. How hungry are all of you again?
One.
Not.
You're not hungry. I have two dogs.
Okay, yeah, continue.
She was going to go for a light snack. I decided to change the menu.
Okay, well that's fair. I mean, I understood that part. What did you spike her with? You spiked her with something and you didn't know what it was, or you're not going to tell me what it is.
You're learning.
Okay. Right. Maybe we should probably get her downstairs. And I don't know how you guys deal with these type of things, but I would suggest maybe a transfusion just to get her
no
up to feed.
But where's her bag?
It's in her jacket pocket, and I kind of push you out the way, and I'm...
You're saying that.
Olivia.
You're saying that, and she's covered in blood.
Livy's covered in blood.
There's blood
Yeah, but it's her
flowing. There's blood flowing around.
No,
her.
the bag popped.
Oh
The bag
no!
Yeah, I was going to say that before someone said the blood bag thing, but yeah, that's what happened.
No.
Yeah, you grabbed her with such a force. You grabbed her to hold on to her, and in that action, you just like popped the bag. Sometimes vampires don't know their own strength.
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes they do.
Okay, so I look at it. I look at it, and I can see obviously you going for it. And I said, no, wait, it's popped. Just stand back. And I'm not hungry, so I'm kind of like a bit dizzied. Sure, you can obviously. It's my first time playing, so you can correct me if this
continue on. Yeah, continue on.
So I'm a bit dizzied by the experience of like, all of a sudden this place where I did not anticipate to find human blood, I just like smell it all over, and it's like this kind of dizzying kind of
The thing
experience.
is, what this blood smells to you, like what it smells to you, it's old blood. It's old, like stagnant type of blood.
Is it human?
It's human. But the problem is, it's not your preferred type.
The
do
problem
in a
is
pinch.
it's leftovers.
It's leftovers. This will do in a pinch. This is like, hey, we're going on a hike. Let's take some food with. Let's take some blood bags with. I'll drink it if I have to, but I kind of don't want to. So it's not. Yeah.
So I look at the scene and I say, the best thing we can do for her right now is to put her on a transfusion drip until she wakes up, so that she doesn't feel this later on. And maybe, I don't know what you've spiked her with, and you won't tell me, which is incredibly frustrating. I actually don't. I'm not too familiar with the physiology of vampires. They don't need to hydrate or anything.
The big things you're mentioning, that transfusion, and as you're mentioning the transfusion, you're like, maybe we could just pop a bag in her mouth and let her swallow it. Maybe that'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be, as you're saying, is like, you know what? Let's just grab a bag and
or we could just
yeah.
medical habits die hard even after nearly 100 years.
Yeah. So you can take her downstairs. Both of you know, both John and Theodora knows that, hey, there's blood bags in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's actually what I was asking the question about, because I forgot that she hadn't used the emergency one that she carries. I was trying to figure out where they were in the library.
Yeah, no, you know that. It's sort of like common knowledge between, especially your coterie.
Okay.
All right.
So I pick her up, and I say, does anyone mind showing me where the and I kind of like air quote from underneath her kitchen is.
It's this way. Follow me.
So I follow Theo.
This woman in front of you was a lot shorter than she previously assumed was. She's about yay shorter. She's about yay shorter. Or wait, I don't know, Theo.
But only in one leg.
Yay.
So I look
she
at
took
her
off both her shoes. She took off both her shoes.
So I look at her and I say, darling, very brave of you to walk without your Jimmy shoes. Your Jimmy shoes. If I had heels like that, I wouldn't go anywhere without them.
I know. I never let them leave my side, but you know, in circumstances like this.
So I look and I say, John, be a darling and go and grab them for us. Why don't you?
Goodness, follow me.
What are you doing, John? Are you a darling and grab the shoes?
He's probably he's like, fuck you.
I'm contemplating murder.
Listen, just a quick thing. What's going through your mind at the moment? Because you basically just saved the day, and they're like, "Oh, let's look after this person."
That's a common occurrence, though. That happens at least once. That happens at least every other episode. That's
okay,
fine.
cool. Okay, cool. Yeah.
I'm a little bit cheesed that he hit us so hard.
I was just worried that she was gonna get
You
impaled.
think that was hard?
He's
There's
behind
the
you.
disconnect.
Listen,
I
I
let's
don't
be
have
honest, and
enough.
nobody's used to this.
I do not have enough concealer to hide all those bruises. That's gonna occur. So please.
So I look at her and I say, but I do, and I'm here for you.
That's what leather jackets are.
God.
You get downstairs, open up the kitchen, the fridge, take out a fresh blood bag, cut open the one side, and you force her down her throat, and you force her to swallow. It's at this point.
Seems medically sound.
Yeah. It's at this point that you hear from somewhere, from one of the rooms. You've been in this room before, Nicholas. You've been in this room just earlier. From
Delphine's
somewhere,
room.
yeah, Delphine's room. But for you guys, it's one of the rooms. You hear mechanical clicking and stuff and sort of like a sliding noise of things.
Like a typewriter.
Like a sliding, like
a secret door.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And Zakar.
Like a secret door, because Zakar is in fact a Scooby-Doo villain.
Makes sense.
It's not a secret door,
So
but
much sense.
let's say it's a secret
Not
door.
anymore, it's
let's
not.
say it's a
Not
secret
anymore.
door. Let's say it's a secret door if you want to. Zakar,
The door which was formerly secret.
Zakar gets out of the gets into the kitchen. Is like, yeah, feed her just a fucking bag. We need to talk about this, but you guys need to get to Mistress Michelle ASAP. The driver can't stall for any longer. He's been driving extra. He said he's been driving slow and careful because some of you guys were apparently injured, and we are we need her to get. We need you guys to get to her. So fix, Zakar's like, fix this shit, and then I need you guys to come back. Okay? I need you guys to come back. And, just force feed her fucking everything she needs, man. Force feed her until she fucking bleeds out of every hole. Until there's fucking blood everywhere.
Wow, it's a bit drastic.
Yeah. So...
As a doctor, I'm not going to do that.
You start, who's gonna feed her quickly? We're gonna...
I will.
Okay.
I'm gonna give her make sure that she gets 2 bags, and we'll stop there.
Okay.
I don't know how deep she is, but I know she's at least that deep.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that when she comes around, if she's still frenzied, I can still handle the situation.
Yeah, okay. And as you feed her, something happens.
Dun dun dun.
Her eyes
Break time.
her eyes open. And that's where we're gonna call this episode.
Wait, the entire episode is not break? It's like done?
Yeah, it's done.
No.
Because
I don't like that.
because we didn't take a break, and we're about 30 odd minutes away from the end of the episode in any case.
And taking a break now would just be the end.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
I don't like this.
Leave them wanting more. It's perfect.
leave them wanting more.
I don't like this.
The-
Stop.
the the
Don't
after
stop.
the after credits scene happens. Camera.
Zafa, what color are her eyes?
I have
Yes,
a
give
Normal
us
guess.
color.
detail.
Normal color.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Thank you.
And the camera flies over a
Wait,
smallish,
this is a bad time.
a smallish town, and it focuses on an explosion of a very large house.
That better not be my house.
And
I'll lose my shit.
So I don't have a house. It's fine. I have a gallery.
and you see
We were there.
young eyes.
I was going to say it's not my fault, but it is.
You see young eyes open up. You see young eyes open up and look. They're somewhere in a car and they look at the fire happening in front of them. And the flames gets closer to the car. Everything slows down. The flames get closer to the car. Camera focuses on the eyes. The bright, the almond brown eyes of this kid. And you just see in the reflection of the eyes the fire go brighter and brighter, and the scene ends.
What?
Oh my god.
I need therapy.
Oh, just wait.
We've lost Theo.
Just a quick thing. Dig. We've just been rated amazingly by Dig. Holy balls, that's amazing. Dig, buddy. We're about to end this. And, dude, man, you can take your viewers somewhere else if you want to. Just a quick thing. Because we're about to end this. Go feed your dog while we talk.
Fine.
He's talking to Luna, obviously.
Wow. Hello, everybody. Wow, that was an amazing dig. This is going to be on YouTube. Wow, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you so much. Wow. Welcome. We're playing Vampire the Masquerade every Sunday, for those of you who don't know. I'm the storyteller, as it says below me. And these are the fellow people. Just a quick thing, guys. What do you think? What I do at the end of these streams or at the end of the episodes is one thing that stood out for you that one of the characters did. Let's go down. Let's start off. I'm going to start off with the men now. Second class. What's the one thing someone did that stood out for you?
I really enjoyed Nicholas's first scene in the library. It had a nice pace and a nice tone to it, and it established a calm resonance in his character that was about to go to hell as soon as we arrived.
Cool. And Luna?
I honestly don't know. It was a pretty cool episode, and I can't really pinpoint a specific person this time.
Okay.
I want to give everybody a gold star.
Okay. And Nicholas, is there something a character did that stood out for you? It could even be the GM if you want to.
Okay, so actually I do feel like I know it's kind of cheating, but I want to do like two, and I think I can get away with it for my first session.
Yeah.
From the GM's perspective, now that you mentioned it, the way you lay out a scene is, and I'm saying this as somebody who has been DMing tabletop role-playing games for since 2004. You lay out scenes very provocatively, and I can really picture them. It's
Thank you.
It's really quite a talent that a lot of DMs and GMs really struggle with. So that's very impressive, and I'm glad to be a part of a game where somebody can do that. And I think my favorite player scene is, and even though my character wasn't privy to this moment, Minnie May's, I'm sorry, Olivia's experience with Delphine. That scene there was really quite. It was sweet. It was very like humanizing of this otherwise, very aloof, badass character that like you remind me a little bit of Jessica from True Blood in a way. where you're like this badass exterior, but actually at the core of it, you really care about people. And I love
Stop
that.
telling people, Nick.
I know it's a secret. I really liked that. I really like that dichotomy. It gives your character a lot of layers, which I enjoy. You're not just like a stereotype or a singularly faceted archetype of what a vampire should be, and I like that.
God, now everyone knows I care about them. Fuck.
No, damn it. The secret.
Wow. Yeah. So we're at the end of the thing. Just tell everybody where you're all from. Let's start off with Minimay, what you're doing, what you're going to do in the future, and then Luna, and then we'll continue on. You shout out the next person to talk. You tell the next person to talk, Minimay.
You already told me who it is.
Okay, you can go Luna, and then Luna, you got to choose the next person. There we go.
Okay, before I say shout myself, I'm going to tell you what my favorite thing was since he ignored my presence.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Honestly, I just love that Luna and I fell back into our bickering. It's been so long since we got going back and forth with each other, and I miss them so much because we haven't had the opportunity to like remember when we used to live in the studio together, like it was an everyday thing. We don't get to do it anymore.
Oh, bathroom routine.
The bickering
So
was
that was
quite
fun.
cool, yeah. The bickering, and sorry about
like
skipping
it.
you again, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's fine. But yeah, I'm trying to stream again. So I started again, kind of. I'm still doing test streams randomly because my computer, for some reason, keeps going into like the screens go into sleep mode randomly, but the computer doesn't turn off. So I'm playing around with RAM. I already did my great graphics drivers update. So if anyone has like, oh, Minnie, I know how to fix that, please tell me. But yeah, so I'm trying to stream again, but with work, teaching online, learning new things and how to work Google Classrooms, it's been pretty hectic. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Luna,
So-
I call on you.
Nothing's new really happening in my world. I'll be streaming on my channel occasionally. The usual Dark Souls, horror games, or Elder Scrolls Online. You know, the usual. Otherwise, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and I think that's it. Yeah.
Who's next?
I choose Nick.
So we're talking about like what we're
Where
doing.
people
and-
can find you and what you're doing for the next week or so. Yeah.
Okay.
Plug yourself.
Okay, great. Well, guys, you can find me at Nicholas Van J, which you can see down below there on Twitch. I stream every day. I used to stream every day 4 p.m. GMT +2 until 8 p.m. GMT +2, although I normally go further than that on weekdays. But my new schedule is I stream every day at the same time on weekends and weekdays, with the exception of Wednesdays and Fridays, where I do offline content for YouTube. So you can catch me at Nicholas Van J on Twitch, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on YouTube. And if you're really into it, you can also find me there on TikTok with the same name. And as for my plans for the week, yes, of course you can. I'm actually a lot of my plans have been rerouted because of the lockdown. But I need to learn German because Reto and I are moving to Switzerland, and I'm also learning more about editing and graphic design through programs like Clip Studio and DaVinci Resolve and stuff. But actually, fun fact, because Minnie May's here and we were talking about Minnie May's stream, Minnie May is actually the person who got me into streaming. About when was it? Minnie, like 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
2-3 years? Oh, 3 years?
Some,
Holy
I don't know.
hell.
Some,
We're getting old.
yeah, we are.
And Nick, did you know in 5 days' time it's our 10-year anniversary of friendship?
It is. Oh my god, I completely forgot. Yes, we've known each other for a very long time, and I used to see her streaming all the time. And so I asked her, like, please help me get onto Twitch, and she like really taught me everything that I know. And that's kind of why I've been streaming ever since I've fallen in love with it, and I owe it all to her. So yeah.
Cool. Second class. I guess you're the only one left here.
Hi, everybody. I will be streaming in 6 hours, 5.5 hours. I may try to sleep between now and then. I'll be streaming in 5.5 hours. We will be doing the remainder of Resident Evil 3, and then on Thursday and Friday, same time, we will be doing a custom mod for a PC case, which will be Matrix themed. So make sure you check out the channel and take a look at all that, because we got a bunch of crazy stuff coming up next week.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Second Class Elitist. And again, guys, thank you all for watching, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Thank you especially to the cast. It's been amazing having you here.
Thanks for having me.
And Nicholas, first time.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was amazing. I loved everything that you did and how you took on, like, we'll talk about it in the after show.
I love this. Yeah.
We'll talk about it in the after show. You guys can find me, well, here almost every day. Basically every day because of the lockdown. I have nothing better to do. And I love streaming. And you'll see me struggle through Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I chose a skill that screwed me over. That's busy screwing me over in a boss fight. And I can't change skills. So,
which one?
I needed to have the throwing star skill. I don't have it. I didn't even buy it. So I need to fight a boss. This next week is probably going to be the first stream. Tomorrow will be about me 4 hours trying to defeat one boss in Ori because I didn't buy the one skill. Yes. And yeah, in general, 7 days a day on Saturdays and here every Sunday at 6 p.m. GMT +2. Who are we going to go raid?
Good question. I'm looking around like I can actually see them.
Let's go find someone to raid.
Cool.
I'm just checking my list here. We need to go for someone different than we usually raid because this is a different crowd.
I have suggestions if you want other South African streamers.
I have someone streaming Animal Crossing.
That's a vibe. I love Animal Crossing.
Okay, let's hear some.
I have someone
suggestions.
streaming also Final Fantasy Ziff.
Final Fantasy Ziff. Yeah.
That's
gonna
14,
be-
right?
Yeah, XIV.
I love Final Fantasy 14.
Throw out their
I was
names
literally
there.
playing it today.
Let's give some love to Final Fantasy 14 creator.
Boom.
All right, I'm going to put his name in here.
Okay. Thank you again, everybody, for watching. Oh crap.
Please tell me you were recording.
We are still recording.
Okay.
That would have been awkward.
I hope this is the correct one because I don't.
Do you want me to link his channel?
Please do so that I can click on his name.
Grimly, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna give Grimly
He's
some
one
love.
of our Dark Forces members. He's really awesome.
Thank you everybody for
cool.
watching Awkward Wave, and then we do the after show recording now. Have a good
Bye,
one.
everyone. Wow, this is how I get biceps during the quarantine.
Where the hell's the raid button? There it is. Bye.
Bye.